And here I am again in my big office, imagining what it is that I could say to you in the next vlog that would help you with your families. And then I thought, imagination, that's it. Do you know Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge? Believe it. And who are the best Imagineers in your life? Probably your children. Why not tap into that source and let them teach you some imagination? Get them started on when, instead of, giving them a rough time for daydreaming, which most of us were given a rough time. We weren't doing anything. We weren't paying attention to real learning. We were daydreaming. Well, instead of doing that, why not see if you can catch them daydreaming and just enjoy it? Maybe see if there's a way in. Ask them what they're thinking about. And maybe they can share that, and you can share what that strums up for you as you're thinking about those things. Connecting with our children through imagination is a wonderful way to stay alert and alive and grow together. I remember one of the things that I used to do with my daughter was lay down at night beside her, and we would say, I love you more than the warmest sunshine. And she would say, well, I love you more than the deepest ocean. I'd say, I love you more than the vastest universe. And she'd say, I love you more than the brightest star. And we would go on and try to play that little imagination game. Today, she's an amazing writer, not surprisingly. And the most precious thing of all about that game to me was when we were doing our mother-daughter celebrations. During the mother-daughter celebrations that Arlie and I did together, and I'll tell you about another time, but when we were doing these celebrations, we got to the ending, and at that point in time, I had the mothers face the daughters, and Arlie and I were demonstrating, and we put a hand on each other's heart and held the other hand, and we just talked and thought about that connection that we have, the heartbeat that used to be right inside our own body if we were the mothers, and the deep connection that we have now and will always have through our life. And I quit talking at one point and suggested that they then have an opportunity to share whatever came to them, or just to sit quietly, whichever it was. Well, I stopped talking, and being totally focused on the group, I wasn't really paying that much attention with Arlie, and Arlie said to me, I love you, brighter than the brightest sunshine. It just touched my heart, and I said, and I love you, faster than the fastest universe. And there we were, off again, on the game that we hadn't played for years and years and years, but it had become such a part of us. So see what you can do with your children to bring out the imagination in you and to encourage that imaginative growth in them. And why not share it right here so that the rest of us can get some ideas and that will spark our imagination.